ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Down right around the 25. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The Broncos now at 2-5 to start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Touchdown! Noah Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
2nd and 4. And his throw is incomplete.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Hey, pass. Deputy Ranger. Deputy Ranger.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a good way to look at it.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
But those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. From 4 yards out. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pick.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Well, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Hands it off out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked by Kevin Byard, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 3. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Romeo across, shooting in there and dropping it for the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Burton here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Let's go. 60 Maverick.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Bears! Dalton Schultz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just...
On the ready.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Brought down by Nazeeh Johnson.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. The 20. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Look at me.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Hightower. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Complete to John Hightower. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. They find some open field here. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram, 44 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And some space here. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ready.
On first down, it's Gore. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Joseph on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 56, Broncos 24. Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turns. And now here is another interception. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Okay,
they'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, they'll run with Gore. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.